introducing kids to the concept of race happens much earlier than most people expect. Most kids will start to notice differences around 2 or 3. And so I would say anytime your child recognizes a difference between people is a great time to just kind of start running with that and talking about what they notice that's different and what's the same, and kind of guiding them through the different things that are important. Yeah, and the surprising thing is, again, while children notice differences in skin color early, they also notice differences in how people are being treated very early. So it's really important to talk about the historical context of how those differences evolved, and then also talk about your family's values about how we treat people and not treating people differently based on things like their skin color or their gender. The things that we surround our kids with, their world, is really important in terms of teaching them about how we treat people who are different from us. So you want to pick books and toys and media that really reflect how you want their world to look. So you want to pick Barbie dolls that look different. You want to pick books that tell stories from different people's perspectives. And there are lots of great children's books out there that talk about some really difficult events. There are children's books that talk about Rosa Parks, that talk about Ruby Bridges, but that talk about some of those really historical and very heavy events in a way that's age appropriate for kids and puts it in a way that they understand and can identify with the characters. Yeah, it's really the same as with anything that you're trying to teach your kiddo in terms of your family's values and how you want to treat people. We don't wait until middle school to teach kids how to make friends and how to treat other people and other friends. We talk from a very early age about being kind to other people and sharing. And it's really the same in terms of treating them how to treat people who are different than us. We teach them early on that we treat people fairly, and we get to know a person for their individual characteristics rather than how they look on the outside. Yeah. Difficult topics like this, most of them can be approached with the same kind of basic template. So you always want to ask your kiddo what they've heard, what they know, and what they understand, because a lot of times they know more than we think they do from hearing adults talk to each other or catching something on the news. So you want to know what information they're starting with and how they've interpreted that. And then you want to talk to them about it in a developmentally appropriate way. So you want to talk about it at their level with what they can understand. You want to be really honest about what's happening. So while it's really hard to tell a young child that a police officer killed a man, it's very important for them to know that. And at the same time, you want to be really careful to not maybe let them see the video of it happening, because that could be traumatic. So you want them to know the realities and the honest truth about what's happening, but do it in a way that they can handle emotionally. Are white or in the majority culture to have this education, because their actions as they grow and even as small children are part of the culture, and they affect all of these issues. It's a privilege not to have it forced upon you at a young age, and not to experience it, but it's still so important for them to know about inequality and injustice in the world and what their part is in helping things to be better.